dark clouds loomed over the Scarlet Railway, and the little engine was still continuing their work as usual. But as the days passed, rain came, which makes some work very difficult, especially at the Blue Mountain Quarry. Oh dear, if the rain continues on, all quarry work had to be stopped, said Luke worriedly. Oh, don't be silly, said Sir Handel. Besides, there's other work to do on the other parts of this railway, although there's one work I'm not gonna like, especially in this weather. Rusty the little diesel hops up and down the line with the works train. He makes sure that all the tracks are clear for any debris. Most of the engines despise working the works train, but Rusty doesn't mind. He knows that making sure the tracks are clear is the most important part of this railway, no matter what the weather. The rain dies down in the evenings at night, and the engines were very relieved of it, as they don't have to be soaked by the rain. Ugh, another day has been, said Scarlet. Indeed so, said Rheneas. I'm looking forward for a well-deserved rest. As always, grumbled Duncan. Guys, keep quiet, said Mac. Looks like someone's approaching. And it was. The Think controller came to his engines. Engines, I just got word about Rusty. Rusty? What happened to him? Asked Freddy. I'm afraid one of his gears had been damaged, and his engine wouldn't start. I'm afraid he will be at the works for a couple of days. So that means... That's right, Mighty, said the Think controller. Each of you would take turns pulling his works train. Oh, great, mumbled Sir Handel and Duncan. They did not like the works train at all. I know that you are not really happy about it, you two especially, but you all had to do this one as it would be very important to keep this railway running, especially in this weather. And that the Think controller left. Well, look on the bright side. At least we can enjoy some rest while we're doing the works train, said Mac. Quite so, said Scarlet. But we all have to be really careful. Anything could happen. Pah, said Duncan. Nothing will happen, honestly. And I really do not want to pull that works train. Listen here, Duncan, said Duke sternly. I know you don't like it, but you had to do it. It's for the railway's sake. Whatever you say, Duke. I'm just hoping I won't get to pull the works train tomorrow. But the next morning, Duncan was told to pull the works train, and this made him cross. Come on, he said, as he marshaled the works train into place, bumping them as he did. Steady on, Duncan, said his driver. We need to make sure we got everything ready before we set off. But Duncan wouldn't listen. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Duncan. Quiet, Peter Sam. I'm not in the mood for your funny games. Oh, enjoying yourself, are you, Duncan? No, Bertram, I am not. I can't believe it that my driver told me I'm the first to pull the works train. I'm just hoping that nothing will go wrong today, Duncan said as he puffed away. Everything was going well at first for Duncan, as the first part of the line has seemed to have no damage, nor any clearing up to do. They eventually stop at one part of the line to do some track works outside one of the stations. Duncan found it dull and bored. With every minute passed by, he felt like it was ages. Hello, Duncan. Bored already? I thought you enjoyed it, all the resting about. Yes, too uncomfortable, I with you. Now, aren't you supposed to pull passengers today? Oh, right, I almost forgot. See you later, Duncan. At the line before the lakeside station, it runs through a forest. Lots of trees had grown around it. It looks very beautiful in the summer. But however, in the autumn and winter seasons, the trees become bare and branches sticking out. Duncan approached the forest. He looked all around, making sure that none of the branches are leaning close to the line. But he could see nothing wrong, so he decided to speed up so that way the work could be done quicker. But however, as they ran to the bend, Duncan's driver could see something up ahead, just behind one of the trees. Look out! Ouch! Groaned Duncan. Is everybody alright? Asked Duncan's driver and fireman. All the workmen got out. We're fine, they all said. Oh, it looks like a branch has been leaning out. I just saw it a split second just before Duncan hit it. A branch? But how? The others said. The guards went out for a while before sprinting back. Last night's storm, I assume. I just ran to the spot. That is a huge one. It looks like that one of the trees was leaning close to the line. Looks like it's on the verge of topping over. Phew, then good was only just a branch then. Otherwise, we would be more serious, said the driver. The guard agreed. The workmen thought it would be better if they chopped down the tree now. While they're doing so, the crew inspected their engine. The only damage they could find is that the left side of the cab was completely bented. The roof was dented as well, and one of the windows had been smashed. Looks like there's some damage to your whistle too, Duncan, said his fireman. But it's only a minor one. I'm just hoping it can still work. And indeed, it still worked. Telling the guard and the workmen what they're going to do next, they headed over to the lakeside station. They waited for a few hours before they were called back by the guard to take the train home. The sun was beginning to set as Duncan headed back into the forest. The lead workman was there waiting for them. We already cleared the tree and cleared the line. There's no more instruction now. We're done for the day, and we'll continue the work tomorrow. Come on, it's time to head back. Duncan was relieved. He pushed the train all the way back to the yards. It was very, very late by the time Duncan returned to the sheds. Where have you been? All the other engines said. Duncan told the others all about what happened earlier. The engines couldn't help themselves and tried not to laugh, but eventually all fell asleep. But the next morning, the thing controller had already been informed about what happened. In spite of your your tree incident, unfortunately, due to your dent whistle, I could not allow you out on the line, so you will have to stay in the yards until a new one has been ordered. Yes, sir, said Duncan. The rest of the engines continued doing their jobs, and the works train too. At first, Duncan enjoyed the shunting in the yards, but soon grew bored. It wasn't long before Duncan's new whistle had finally arrived, and Duncan was pleased that he was able to return to his normal work. And also at the same time, Rusty had just come out from the works, and the engines were happy that he returned. Doing the works train is a hard day's work, said Duncan to Rusty, but I'm glad that you're back. It's good to be back, said Rusty in return.